Okay, everybody, so this is day 2 of demolition and rebuilding of the greenhouse. My husband got an early start. I wasn't awake quite yet because I didn't sleep well last night. I'm actually still in my pajamas, but he wants to show you guys what he's got accomplished in just a couple of hours. So I'm going to take you out past the dogs and take you over to where the greenhouse is going up and show you what he's got done so far. So let's head on over there. Hey, girls, hi. How are you? Good morning. Are we grumpy today? Uh-huh. We'll let you out in a few minutes, okay? Okay. Okay, so my husband has built the bottom framework of the greenhouse, and the candle panels will sit on top of this. He's repurposed almost all the panels that were of the old greenhouse just to be able to let in a little more light along the bottom. So like I said, around here we reduce, reuse, recycle all the time. So 95% of this stuff is recycled material. All right, it is a brand new morning. So this is basically day 3. Construction has been kind of halted on the greenhouse because we have to get some of the other material ready to go. And then my husband has to set aside some more time to do it. Right now he's actually got to go do some paint jobs. So that's what he's doing today. But I'm going to take this time to show you kind of what has been done in its completion at this moment, and then we will just conclude this video, and I will be doing more as we continue to work on the greenhouse. So let's see what's been accomplished so far. All right, the chickens are all out here doing their thing, and they're out there too. I don't know if you can see the ones that are way out there, which isn't good if the hawks are around, but anyway. So my garden right now is a construction zone. It's got stuff scattered everywhere from this project. So this is where, these are the pieces to the old potting shed. You saw earlier in the video them taking it down. This is the old pieces of it, and as you can see, they're just pallets. These are half pallets basically that my husband had secured together, and it's still very stable pieces here, so we're going to reuse them for something else. But yeah, so these are half pallets. These are what built my potting shed, and then these are all reclaimed wood. Everything in this project that we are using right now, except for the greenhouse plastic, which I still have to order, is all recycled, repurposed material. Most of this wood is from the greenhouse that we tore down from our friend's place, and so that's where a lot of this came from, and then some other projects that we did that we had leftover wood. So yeah, so this is all recycled wood. All right, this mess here is everything that was in my greenhouse and potting shed that I hadn't taken out yet. My husband had to move some of the heavier pieces. So you can see I had a lot of shelving, a lot of storage stuff in there that he had to pull out for me, as well as some big pots and things. This is all the metal that built the greenhouse, and then the piece underneath, the framework underneath, had some metal in it. So this is all the metal from that. It's going to go to the scrap yard. And we have these panels that we pulled out from the greenhouse, and my husband's repurposing those. So let's look at the greenhouse in its entirety at the moment. So this is where we are. He's got the panels up. He's got the door frame built. He's got to still work on completing the front part of the frame here, but we're getting there. And you can see the bottom here, the bottom framework. These are 2x4s built, I think he said they're around 22 inches on center, apart from each other for the frame. And you can see the recycled panels from the greenhouse to kind of let in some more light in the bottom, even though it doesn't need to be exactly clear because it's all the way down at the bottom of the ground. It's just another way to let in some more light so it's not so dark in there. So let's take a look inside. This thing's pretty big. Most cattle panel greenhouses are around 8, maybe 9 foot wide, depending on how you space it apart. This one is 10 feet wide, so it's a pretty decent size. This door here is again from a friend of ours, their greenhouse. So that's the door that's going to go here. Same with the window in the back. That's from my friend's greenhouse. He had a solid style greenhouse with solid corrugated plastic. So his was completely solid. But we tore that down. And he gave us all the material for helping him tear that down. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, this is a 10-foot greenhouse by 10 by 12 foot greenhouse. So, and I'll show you kind of a scale of what it looks like in here. Because I had my husband do this for me because sometimes trying to see the scale of it, you don't quite get it. So take this panel here, and this is about a 3-foot panel. All right. So if I were to make my shelves 3 foot out from the wall, that's kind of what you're looking at. And then look at how much space is between the edge of the panel and the door frame. And that's on both sides of the greenhouse. So there's plenty of room to come in here and work, not be in front of the door. Also, if I have to set in some pots and things, it's plenty of room. And this is going to wrap all the way around. It's going to be like a horseshoe shape. Back here though, the shelf's going to be up higher, so it's more working height for potting everything up, working with the plants and things like that. So back here it's going to be higher off the ground than over on this side. And then underneath is of course going to be a ton of storage. So he's going to get some plywood, and he's going to build me shelves that will also serve as storage. You've seen from my other videos of cleaning out the potting shed, we have lots of different seed flats and pots and things that I use for our business. And with the potting shed itself torn down, that was a lot of storage space. So he's given me all back my storage space here. And also in the spring or late fall, we can also use this space to add some buckets of water and things like that to kind of use thermal insulation here that way. So it's kind of cool that there's a lot of space in here to be able to actually add some things that will help retain the heat in the greenhouse a little bit longer. So yeah, so this is what it looks like right now. Like I said, we got a lot more work to do, but it's looking really good. Oh, and I forgot to say, this is about 7.5 foot tall at the peak there. So, because that door's around 7 foot. So yeah, it's about 7.5 foot tall at its peak. And I can walk almost all the way against the side of the shed here, greenhouse, without really hitting my head. So plenty of head clearance. My son's actually excited because my son's 6 foot tall. And he can walk in here without hitting his head. So it turned out really, really well. It's apparently egg laying time here on the homestead. That's why my chickens are so noisy. And some of them get really ornery if somebody else is taking their nesting box. So yeah, there's a lot of commotion on the homestead this morning. But thank you so much for being with me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did, and share it with your friends who might find some encouragement to build their own greenhouse. Of course, we are not done yet. We have a lot more work to do. So if you haven't, please click the subscribe button down below. That way you can stay updated as we continue this project and many others that we're doing here on the homestead. Thank you again, everybody. I appreciate you following me along today, and I hope that wherever you are, you're wonderfully blessed. So until next time, bye-bye.